Lost something, no. The cost of opportunities is always good to know. But if you know that, then you're good to go. Yeah. No dreams too big. Chase anything, got the passion to do. Only a dream till it happens to you. Finally seeing money, now I'm acting a fool.
All right, what's up, everybody? Kevin Van Voris. It's 9:45. We're in my gym. There's nobody here, so I was like, you know what? I need to make a video on what Dodge is coming out with. I don't know when. It says 2018, so it should be sometime this year. I would assume sometime in the summertime. It's the Dodge Demon. It's supposedly going to be like a faster, lighter Hellcat. So I'm going to give you guys kind of my opinion, what I kind of know so far. So if you guys want to watch, and the only reason I knew about it is because I'm on the Hellcat Facebook page. So let me bring it up for you guys. So if you own a Hellcat, you guys can join the page. All right, so it's the SRT. Let me put it right there. SRT, Hellcat, and now it's the Demon Group because they know it's going to be coming out. So if you go to, let me find the commercial for you guys. But the commercial Dodge's marketing is probably some of the best marketing I've ever seen. All right. So it starts off in like a Dodge research like facility, and it's basically like it's a cage, and it's basically like a Hellcat inside of it. So if you actually just go to Dodge's Facebook page, it'll be up there. And then if you guys want to watch more stuff, it's ifyouknow.com, I think is the end of it. The commercial is pretty dope. Basically, it's a Hellcat in a cage, and there's like security guards all around it, and the Hellcat's trying to get out, basically. And the security guard like gets really close, and then he bangs on the cage, and the Hellcat turns into a Challenger. So it gives it away kind of what the Demon is going to be. Now, what I've been, and the video is kind of cool, and it says, well, you know, stay tuned. And there's another video that's going to come out in 6 days, I believe. It's on the Dodge website. Anyways, so what do I think, or what do I know? What have we seen coming out from Dodge? We know they are producing a ADR, which is a wide body. I think it stands for American Drag Racing. It's a wide body Hellcat, basically. I believe they're going to come stock with 345s. And if you go to, and I'm going to show you this right now because some of you might not go to the website. So let's go to If You Know. Okay, so on the Dodge If You Know, Then You Know website. So you have the commercial. Scroll down. Come on. What the hell? There we go. Okay, this picture right here. That is a wide-ass tire, and you can see that there is a giant fender on there. So I'm presuming that this is the ADR concept. Now, it says the ride built to decimate the streets. The tires that look like that it's on it, they look like 345s. So that's a fat tire, because I think on the stock Hellcats they come with 290 or 285. It's 285 or 295, something like that. Or maybe they might be 275. They're not very wide tires anyway, so everybody has a problem with grip. I told you guys those one of the things that I didn't like. Anyways, so and I'm gonna bring up this ADR picture so you guys can kind of see. But anyways, it's gonna be a wide body Hellcat. Supposedly, from what I've been reading today, it's going to be 800 to 1,000 pounds lighter. So right now, the Challenger Hellcat, I believe, weighs like 43 or 4,400 pounds. We're looking at, 34 to 3,600 pound car with, even if they kept the horsepower the same, 707, you're talking a dramatic increase in acceleration from that vehicle. I mean, you guys would be surprised what taking down like 100 or 200 or 300 pounds does. Imagine if you take 800 to 1,000 pounds off. I mean, and it's a Challenger, so now you'd be competing with a lot of different shit. Also, what I'm assuming that Dodge is going to do, see if you just type in ADR, it comes up. I'm assuming what Dodge is going to do is fix the traction issues, so maybe a different drive shaft or something like that. But let me show you guys the picture. So this, I mean, you can see these tires, is huge. That is the Challenger ADR edition. These are the spy shots. The other thing is Dodge just came out with the V6 all-wheel drive first muscle car ever built, I believe. So, or at least now, it's the only like muscle car that's all-wheel drive. They've had the Charger all-wheel drive, and I think it's just like this shitty little V6 too. But anyway, so they're coming out with the all-wheel drive Dodge Challenger V6. It's got like 345 horsepower. So since this is going to be my guess, and it could be wrong, which who the fuck cares? But so we know Jeep is coming out with the Trailhawk. When? Who the fuck knows? I have no idea. So we know there is an all-wheel drive platform that has an Hellcat engine. Now, I know, just because I've been talking to people who work at dealerships, and some people in the know, that it is not going to have the 707 horsepower. I know that for a fact just because I know they're having trouble putting that 700 horsepower to the all-wheel drive to the ground. So I believe it's going to have like 590 or 640, something in that range. I really doubt that, unless they fix some of their issues, I really doubt that they're going to come out with the 700 horsepower Jeep Trailhawk. Now, I could be wrong. Again, I could be wrong because Dodge does some weird shit. So, if like the perfect car that I think that would be awesome, and it's only because the tires look the same on the front and the back, would be an all-wheel drive Hellcat Challenger that weighs 800 to 1,000 pounds less. If you could pull that off, take my money now. You know what I mean? Take my money right now. However, I don't know if I would trade in my current Hellcat or buy that Hellcat, because I'm sure it's going to be about 10 to 15,000 more than the current Hellcat. So you're probably looking at, I don't know, 85 to 90,000 for a lighter car. Is it going to have more power? I don't know. It says it is. So, you know, I don't know. Like 700 horsepower already is a bitch to put to the ground on the tires. So Dodge automatically had to go wider on the tires. 345s, and if you put drag radials as like the stock tires that come with, okay, I see it. So I don't know. I mean, my guess would be it's still going to be rear-wheel drive. It'll probably have a little more horsepower. Is it going to have 850? Man, I don't know. I know that Ford is coming out the GT500 that's supposed to have, I think, 750 horsepower or something like that. So I could see that, you know, Ford is trying to play checkmate, but then Dodge is going to release something that has more horsepower and be like, ha, fuck you. Just because that's how car companies are. So I don't know. I know Dodge has something up their sleeve. Now, you got to remember, Dodge's losing the Viper. So, I mean, there was even some guy who's like, yeah, they're going to put the Viper engine in the Challenger. And I'm like, dude, that's kind of out of left field. That'd be really dope, but that'd be coming out of left field. So I don't really know. I'm assuming it's going to be, it's going to be the ADR edition for sure. It'll be called the Hellcat Demon, or just the Demon. I'm not really sure. Hellcat Demon. It's going to be more towards drag racing, so I'm assuming it's going to have a little bit maybe stiffer suspension, or being able to put the power to the ground at least better. So, because I know it's 700 horsepower. Putting it to the ground is always an issue. So maybe a different drive shaft, maybe it's lower to the ground a little bit. Obviously, it's got fatter and wider tires. So I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out here soon. I'll try and keep making videos of what I think is gonna happen. But I assume it's gonna be a wide body. I don't know if it's going to have more horsepower. Knowing Dodge, I'm going to assume, let's just say it's going to have more horsepower. Is it going to be all-wheel drive? I don't really think so. If they do, then that means it's a good thing for the Trailhawk. Also, they could be putting this out because they don't really have the Jeep Trailhawk down yet. So, I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. I don't know. Dodge just does some crazy shit. There's got to be a guy at like Fiat Chrysler who's like, you know what? Let's just make more horsepower. You can have horsepower. And he's like, Oprah, you can have horsepower. You get horsepower. You get horsepower. So, I don't know. Is it going to suck for current Hellcat owners? I don't really think so. I mean, this is going to be I believe that this car is going to be a limited production vehicle because it's going to be a very small niche of people. Because, like, if you think a lot of people are into cars, not really. Like, if this is the circle, okay, and those are the people who all own cars, it's a very small sliver, very small sliver of people who actually own or who are actually, like, into cars, like you and me, you watching this video and me myself. So it's a very niche group. And that's why I think that, you know, they'll produce very limited amount. Maybe they'll do like a one-of-one program. That would be kind of dope, like you could do with the Dodge Viper. I don't know. I'm assuming it's just going to look a little different than the current Challenger. I don't think they're going to mess with that too much. I just think it's going to kind of look like a wide body, like a Liberty kit, which some people like, some people don't like. But I think it's going to be a wide body, more horsepower vehicle that's just going to be fucking more insane than the Hellcat. And it's hard to like fathom like a vehicle that's more insane than the Hellcat because the Hellcat is already so ridiculous. And now you're going to come out with a vehicle that's even more ridiculous than that. I don't know. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let's have a, let's have a little discussion down below. Let me know what you guys think. I will try and respond tonight. If not, I'll be talking to you guys tomorrow for sure because it's kind of getting kind of late. But let me know you guys' thoughts. I'm very interested to see what Dodge is doing. Again, I love their marketing scheme. Their commercials are always the best in my opinion for like Ford or Chevy or GMC or whatever. I think their commercials, they're always like so fucking American. Like, I don't know. Go to ifyouknow.com and watch the video. Let me know what you think. Or go watch on the Dodge Facebook page. If you have a Hellcat, make sure you guys join the Hellcat/Demon group now. So thank you guys for watching today's video. My name is Kevin Van Voris, and I'm out.